Still, till this day, the Silent Hill series is one that has taken hold of its players and has never truly let go since its PlayStation 1 debut back in 1999. This was then followed up in 2001 with Silent Hill 2, and then in 2003 with Silent Hill 3, with Silent Hill 4, The Room, following in 2004. Though some of these games hit far different than others, many of us acknowledge those early games as the cornerstones and even pinnacle of the series. Now with the revival of the series, such as the Silent Hill 2 remake and other working titles, I wanted to try the other games I haven't played before. In today's video, I ventured forth to experience a more controversial Silent Hill game. Not so much in its context, but its content. This is the Silent Hill Homecoming experience. Right before I share my experience, however, do remember that all games are flawed in some way, and the Silent Hill series is no different. Some people find Homecoming fun, and others not so much, but I will touch on that in a bit. So to those who haven't played Homecoming on the PC, there is one big red flag to start with before even buying the game. This red flag is that the game is unplayable for many in its original state. I tried to play it without any modifications, and well, that's why I said tried. But thanks to a modder by the name of Unknown Project and their patch, I was finally able to play the game without it crashing excessively. The game starts off with Alex Shepard, who is strapped to a bed in a hospital. We see he has some dog tags around his neck and a pipe. Well, actually no, that is not a pipe. It's a flashlight, but moving on. We barely just started, and already that scene to me just felt cheap and extremely unnecessary. You will notice as the game goes on that it literally screams to the player that this is supposed to be a Silent Hill game. Okay, so you're telling me by literally taking a knife out the mirror in a bathroom that we automatically just enter the other world like it's a light switch? Oh, okay. How convenient. Yes, this is a nurse that just came out the stall, and while technically we are in a hospital of sorts, you could literally have put any other enemy in here, but nope. To complement this too, we get a taste of the combat and honestly, the best weapon in the game. So, we get our first taste of dialogue in the game, right? Surely we can get this ball rolling in terms of what's going on, right?
Joshua, is that you?
I'm busy. Go away.
I just love how Alex looks and sounds like he's talking to a literal wall here. To make matters worse, we get dialogue choices that once again try to add another layer of depth into the game with options created by the player's choices. But regardless of what option you pick, you get lines like this where it sounds like none of it even matters because not even the voice actors gave a damn.
I'm a brave soldier. I'm looking for Robbie.
Is there anything I can do?
Find Robbie. I want my toy.
I haven't seen any toys around here.
I mean, come on. We literally just started the game and this is what we're focused on. Here's a big reminder for you. This, unlike Silent Hill 4 The Room, is a Silent Hill game. But let's make sure we remind you every chance we get. So, here's Robbie. Now let's also just stick our hands into random holes, just like another man I have done an analysis on. So, we ended up getting the toy for good old Joshua, and this is what he does. Kids these days are so temperamental. Luckily, this portion of the game is just the introduction treated as a nightmare. Back in Shepherd's Glen, which is Alex's hometown, we come across Judge Holloway, who is just in this office hanging out. Surely she can give us some information with what's going on, right?
Hey, Judge Holloway, can I ask you a question?
Sure, Alex. What is it?
The town seems empty. All the stores are closed or boarded up. What's going on?
It's complicated, Alex. A lot of things have happened since you left. I really think you ought to just go home.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Let's try a different question. Oh, what about your daughter Elle?
How's Elle doing? I haven't seen her in years.
Things haven't been that easy for Elle, Alex. But she's a strong girl. And I have faith that she'll come through okay.
Why? What happened to her?
Maybe you should ask her yourself.
Understandable. Have a great day. Talking to this woman is even worse than Josh. At least Josh will run away.
Mom.
Alex. What are you doing here?
Okay, Mom. I am glad you are happy to see me.
Where is everybody? Where's Josh?
I don't know. Your father went to look for him. But now he's gone. Everyone's gone.
Alright, so I love Alex's face here. His face is my face at this exact point in the game. Like, how many cutscenes do we have to go through before anything literally happens? Maybe this time we can meet someone and learn what the hell is going on in this game. Just maybe.
Oh, damn it!
You always were a klutz. You okay?
Alex? Oh my god, Alex!
Hey, your mom told me I might see you around here.
Oh my god, it's so good to see you. It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah. You alone out here?
Well, hey, you know, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. You took off without saying goodbye.
You know, I love how this dude asks a question and is immediately ignored. Even the other characters in this game don't give a damn about this plot.
Yeah, well, I'm not here for long. I'm looking for my brother. You seen him?
No, I haven't, Alex.
There you have it, people. This is our plot. Alex here is looking for his younger brother Joshua. Just a friendly reminder here, this is a Silent Hill game, and something like this has never, ever been done before.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Need I say more? Oh man, it's really foggy out here. And is that smoke? Surely nothing can go wrong. Man, I hate this game. This is Silent Hill?
Josh? Are you in there?
No one comes to visit anymore.
Well, Alex, I don't think that's Josh, but I commend you for your bravery in speaking to a hole in a door. Now, after getting this far into the game, let me show you guys how I have mastered this game's super advanced combat. Never mind. Hey, just a friendly reminder, this is a Silent Hill game, in case you forgot.
Mayor Bartlett, I need to talk to you.
Yeah? Well, make an appointment in my office.
Man, who wrote this stuff?
Now you listen to me, you little asshole.
I take that back. I like this guy. Finally, a boss in this game. I wonder what type of cool mechanics this guy... Oh, well then. It looks like I must reveal my secret technique. And that's how you do it, people. But to those who didn't catch it, this boss is a manifestation of the mayor's guilt over his son Joey. Which honestly, at this point, I was okay with. I mean, at least something happened, even though we just learned of Joey 2 seconds ago.
Al, I'm right here. Come on.
Thanks. Alex, where's Wheeler?
I don't think he made it. Come on. We need to find Dr. Fitch.
We'll be safe underground. Come on.
I thought this was Resident Evil for a second, but then the game had reminded me that only Silent Hill games have the sewer levels. Like seriously, up until this point, it's literally just taking cornerstone areas from the previous titles and chaining them together with no real purpose. The biggest problem I have with Homecoming is this. It's like whoever oversaw making the game made a list of what had to be in it to be classified as a Silent Hill title and didn't care how it was executed.
Are you okay?
It's getting worse, Alex.
Hey. Excuse me. Sir. Hey, you. Dr. Fitch. What do you want? Are you alright?
Yeah, just got a little cut, that's all. For this next segment right here, I think it's much better to show you guys my struggle rather than talk about it, as realistically speaking, how long should it take to get out of this room? If too long is your answer, then you are correct.
Doctor, do you need some help? You're bleeding bad.
Don't you touch me! I bleed out the sin, but it grows back. So I must let it out every day.
Why is he even whispering here? I mean, we are in the other world basically alone. On a side note, I did find this part a bit interesting story-wise as well, but once again, the execution was just poor. It's the second boss time, kiddos. Time to show you guys my wicked techniques. No, seriously though, this boss whooped my ass so much that I literally had to make a new file to beat her, as I had no health items left to heal with and I couldn't go back to get any either. Why would I do that to myself? The question should be, why not? And just in case you didn't catch it, Scarlet here is supposedly the manifestation of Dr. Fitch's guilt. So similar theme to the first boss, but at least the game kind of dropped hints before the actual fight. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I think the idea of this boss is actually pretty good. Don't mind the nurses in the background. You know why they are here in this hidden basement that literally has nothing to do with a hospital.
Listen to me, Mom. Start telling me everything you know about this.
I don't know what that is.
Stop lying! I'm tired of it. I know all about Silent Hill.
You don't know anything about Silent Hill.
And neither did the team that made this game. Oh, look, the house is going into its otherworld form? Finally, it all makes sense. Therefore, the game is called Homecoming, right? Let me show you guys once more just how powerful the knife is in this game. Like seriously, why did they even bother giving the player any other weapon choice when it's all about speed?
Judge Holloway.
Alex!
Quick, you get her loose before they start pumping the gas. I'll shut off the valves.
Al, thank God. How did you find me?
We don't have time to talk. I've got to get you out of here.
What is that? Where did you get that?
It's Elle's.
Elle, where is she? Is she okay?
I don't know. I'll find her, though. I promise. She said she took this from you. So I guess you should have it back.
This isn't mine. It belonged to Nora.
Holy fuck!
So, if you haven't caught on here, Nora is Judge Holloway's daughter, and yes, this boss is the manifestation of her guilt. Surely by now you have noticed this reoccurring theme. Now, while this boss on the surface looks like the team watched Human Centipede before making it, if you dive deeper into Asphyxia, I will say once again, boss-wise, it is at least interesting, especially when compared to the other 95% of the game.
Alex? What are you doing here?
I'm here to save Joshua.
This scene right here felt like it was meant to be the big plot twist moment. The moment in which the player up until this point feels like they have an idea of what is happening, but doesn't. Unfortunately, it just comes off as uninspired and generic, just like the rest of the game. Silent Hill 2 was stated to take some inspiration from the film's Jacob Ladder, in which a veteran hallucinates on his deathbed, and while it's possible to draw some similarities here or there, the game has its own identity. This game, however, is like, hey, let's run with that idea, but instead of him dying, let's just make him mentally unstable and slap a story around it. This big reveal adds nothing to a plot that has purely served as a reminder to the player that this is in fact a Silent Hill title. I would have been more surprised at this point to learn that Alex is actually Josh, not just some want-to-be soldier, but let's carry on. Up until this point, game mechanic wise, I will be fair and say while it's not the best, it's okay once you get the hang of it. This scene, however, when Judge Holloway, who has the personality of a wet paper bag, tries to kill Alex, broke that chain for me. Like seriously, I know Unknown Project's patch also gets rid of the QuickTime events in the game, but what the hell is this? All good and bad things come to an end here, and finally people, we have made it to the end of Silent Hill Homecoming. This scene portrays how Alex was supposed to die as a sacrifice for his family, but due to some circumstances, he didn't. I'll let this play out, and then we'll talk about it.
What's the matter?
Get dressed.
What are you doing here, Alex? That freak if he finds out.
Give that to me. Someone will see us.
No!
It's okay. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
Why are we here, Alex? What's going on?
What's the matter? You scared?
Oh no, I'm cool. It's just... Dad never lets us out on the lake.
Not you, anyway. Dad thinks you're a little baby who can't do anything on his own.
Oh, yeah? Then why'd he give me this?
What is that?
It's Dad's ring. But he told me not to show you, so I guess that makes me cooler.
Let me see it.
No!
What a piece of crap.
It's not. It's worth more than $1 million. That's why Dad gave it to me. Give that back! Give that back! Come on!
Josh! Josh!
Yep, that's what happened to Josh. He hit his head on the boat, fell into the water, and died. That's it. I bet that hit your soul like a bug hitting a windshield. Seriously, I went through the entire game for that? Alex has been chasing his dead brother who died from that? Now the point of Josh's death isn't in the manner he died, but more so that he is dead. You see, just like the bosses we fought thus far, each of the 4 families in Shepherd's Glen must sacrifice their children as part of a pact to be spared the wrath of God every 50 years. Each sacrifice as well must be done in a certain way to appease this God. I mean, talk about picky. The mayor's son was buried alive, Dr. Fitch's daughter was dismembered, Judge Holloway's daughter was suffocated, and by chance, Josh drowned when it was supposed to be Alex. With the pact being broken, Adam ends up sending Alex to a mental institution somehow and tells everyone else in town that he had joined the army. I'm just like, what? Did he just go to the institution and say, hey, this kid's crazy, so take him? Who did this man pay off to keep his son in there instead of literally telling him he should join the army and never come back home? Not to mention, my biggest problem of all with this game is, why would you stay in a place where you must sacrifice a child to avoid being reported by your local HOA? Regardless of how you try and spin it, this game to me as a Silent Hill title is a joke. Graphically, the game looks fine for its time, and combat, while not amazing, is, well, still bad. But we don't play Silent Hill for that. The story, however, is nothing more than a 3rd grader's fanfic of the Silent Hill movie from 2006, but even worse. The game's only goal is to make a sale off iconic characters from the franchise and nothing more. Now, I'm not saying that the prior titles are masterpieces either. You could pick them apart just like this one, but at least there is some substance here and there to go along with the janky mechanics. There's just a distinct atmosphere that the prior titles bring with them that this game severely lacks. It could have been so much more than what it was if it wasn't so focused on reminding the player that this is a Silent Hill game at every given chance. The bosses, for example, are wonderful creations with some backstory as to why they look the way that they do. If more focus like that was spread across the entire game, it would have been an extremely interesting title. Judge Holloway, for one, is one of the more interactive characters in the game, but she alone can't carry the plot. No worries to those out there who genuinely enjoy this game though, to each their own. My goal for playing this game was to hopefully create some more analysis videos from it, as I've never played it before, but this video alone, I think, is more than sufficient as to why, well, that may never happen. But anyways, thank you for watching.